Good evening, Hamilton. It's time for Sunday night story time. Today our story is All the Books. How exciting. Let's find out what happens. The author is Hayley, Rocco, and John Rocco. Piper Waterstone could not share her books. You see, her books were special, rare, even magical. Her books brought her to other worlds, faraway galaxies, and even back in time. Looks like she's going on an adventure. And to keep them safe, she took her books with her everywhere she went. Through spring, summer, fall, and winter, her books were never out of her sight. Wow, have you read all of them? Asked her friend Gregory. Yes, I have, Piper said proudly. Is that a book about pirates? Can I borrow it? Borrow my book? Piper had never had to share her books before. Oh, I'm sorry, Gregory. I just really need that book right now. But you've read it already, Gregory replied. I know, but I forget what happens at the end, and I need to start reading it again. All right. I guess I'll just go to the library then, Gregory said, running off. Piper never understood why anyone would want to go to the library to read. She had all her books, the best, most magical books, right there with her wherever she went. The truth of it was, Piper had never actually been to the library. As Piper grew, so did her collection of books. But bringing all of her books with her everywhere she went was becoming more and more difficult. Ugh! And one day, it was simply impossible. Nope! Worst day ever! Of course, it was right then that it started to rain. No! All my books are getting wet! My, that's quite a collection you have there, said a kindly mole. My absolute favorite book! It's completely ruined, cried Piper. First things first, let's get out of this weather, he said. The building was warm and dry and smelled cozy like wood with a hint of vanilla. When her eyes adjusted to the light, she gasped. What is this place? Wonderful, isn't it? This, my young friend, is a library, and I am the librarian. Let me show you around. This is a library? Piper was amazed. Within these walls, we hold all the books. It is my job to keep them organized, safe, and dry, he added with a wink. Most importantly, when somebody visits the library, I help them find the book they're looking for. That's my same book. How is that possible? Asked Piper. The library has all the books, the librarian smiled. Plus, I recognize that cover. And if you like that one, you'll love this one. Whose books are those? The librarian pretended not to hear her question and handed Piper a small rectangle of thick yellow paper. Sign your name on this card right here, please. Piper used her absolute best penmanship. But whose books are all these? She asked again. They're yours, the librarian said, reading her card. Piper Waterstone, with this card, you now have all the books. I will, positively. Having this library card means that all these books are now yours. You're welcome to take as many of them home as you would like, including these. Piper stared at the stacks of books and wondered how she'd ever be able to carry them all home on her bike. Maybe just take a few today, and when you're finished, bring them back and you can take some more. They'll be here for you, safe and sound. But if they're all mine, where's he going with those? Well, said the librarian, they're his too. They're everybody's. We all share them. Having this card means the library and all the magic contained in all these books are now yours. But it only works if everyone is willing to share them, he said. The librarian then guided her over to an alcove beside his desk. Stand here, please. Piper Waterstone, do you promise to share all the books? He asked in a deep official-sounding voice. The library went completely silent, and Piper could feel everyone's eyes on her. I will? She whispered nervously. The librarian peered at her over the rims of his glasses. Piper wasn't used to sharing her books, but it seemed like a pretty good deal to be able to have all the books. I will, Piper exclaimed. Wonderful, just wonderful. Welcome, Piper, the librarian proclaimed as he stamped her card with a loud thud and handed it over to her. All the wonders of the library are now yours. She studied the card and stood a little taller. Piper had all the books right there in her hand. It felt strange and marvelous all at once. She carefully put the card in her jacket pocket. She thanked the librarian and gathered her things. The rain had finally stopped, and Piper realized there were some things she needed to share before she left. Best day ever! Piper Waterstone came back the very next day. She couldn't wait to share all the books. And that is the end of our All the Books story for this week's Read Aloud. And I just want to share with some of the grown-ups out there that library books have begun to share this week. So look forward to checking out some of our selections as they come home. I hope everybody has a wonderful week, and we will see you real soon.